Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me in my craft room today. Life has been busy, real life is getting in the way, but I am keeping up on my collabs and hoping that soon I'll have more videos coming your way for all sorts of random stuff. Let me show you what I did this month for Smash Our Stash, and this is a collaboration that is put on by Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube. We use a hashtag so that you can follow and watch all of them. So look down below and click that link. But this month is inks. Now I'm sure you are going to see ink pads and all sorts of usage. Smash Our Stash has traditionally been about using stuff up and clearing it out. So I didn't think of it as ink pads. I thought of it as, let me insert a picture and show you. Inks that I bought that I don't use. Spray inks, dropper inks, inks. This photo is probably maybe half. I didn't get into the paints or any of that, just the actual inks. I have a ton. And I'm looking off to the right and I'm like, okay, I didn't play with this one. I just made messes that I will use in other things. And let me show you. First, I'm going to set these right here. I did a bunch of purple ink. And I dyed it in the pan and it kind of came out pinkish. And you know how I feel about that. Then I took the same ink and I sprayed it and I used some stencils. So it has the tone and then it has it. And I sprayed on a butterfly stencil and I just made messes and some more stamped off. Anytime you have wet ink or paint, just put it on a piece of paper. If it's a color you like, you're going to use it for something. Even if it doesn't turn out well and you don't like it, this is a fun cluster of purple and white. You can die cut this, you can punch it. You don't have to use the butterfly. And these, I'm imagining these probably as pages in a journal, see? And they would go like this. Or they could be torn up for ephemera. These are really thin and they make fun sounds now. This is a different paper. Sheet music. I had extra ink on the stencil and so I was stamping it off. A lot going on here. Again, even if you look at the piece of paper and you think, I don't like it, do you like purple? Would you use it for something? Would you like to have a die cut oval of this with some nice speckles? What I would probably do with this is fold it up, put something over this because I don't really need that. It's probably the stencil number or whatever on there. Then I would have a butterfly on my page and probably fold this in because this is a legal size piece of paper. This one I was playing with. The green is probably something like this, one of these sparkly products, and then some teal ink. And again, I imagine this as a page in a journal. It could be ephemera. It could get torn up and used, but it's probably a fun page in a journal. Oh, while I was dyeing things, I was like, I never use hole reinforcements, and I do like blue, so I just smashed them down. Aloha from Hawaii is a notepad that I've put in a bunch of different beach journals, and I took it and I drug it across the glass mat. So I had ink. I had a puddle of ink from playing with stencils, and then I said, ooh, wouldn't it be fun to have a nice blue border on that? It'd be a fun surprise when you pull it out of the pocket. This had brown, and I was like, oh, it needs some blue. Probably a little tiny journal page. I don't know where this one's headed, so I'm not going to fold it yet. I got some, I don't know where I got this. I think in Happy Mail, and I love it. I use bits of it now and then. It's sheet music, and I put some glittery spray and then a non-glittery. Here's that green again. When I got a color out, I tried to use it on different size pieces of paper and different things. Like this was an 8.5 by 11. This was a dictionary page. So I wasn't making a bunch of the same. This one, I didn't really follow that rule, but I did the edges different. This is one of those Distress Oxides faded blue jeans. Oh, she speaks to my soul. This is really fun to come back with later and spritz on. It'll react, but for now, I'm just going to leave it. This one I left whole in case I want to make a super oversized journal. And I just put some blue down the edge of the sheet music. And then over here too. Look at that, it's luscious. This one, a bit of a green. The green, Andrea, do you want this? I should have asked you. Mr. Huey's, it says seafoam. To me, it's just green. It's too green. Like it doesn't do anything that exciting. If you want it, it's yours. Just remind me. But I was imagining this like this. And then this, again, it's legal. So I would probably fold this and like this. And then who knows how, put it in the journal. I have been using, if you've been watching this year and clear it out and stuff, I've been using tons of printed paper because I'm trying to clear some of that out. But then I will get much messier again and more mixed media-ish. And I like to have some of this stuff around so that even if I'm doing a beachy journal with very structured patterned paper, I like to throw one of these in just for interest. It's fun to have those, even if you don't know what you're going to do with them yet. There's going to be a moment they call to you. Then today during our members thing this afternoon, I was inking like crazy while we were all chit-chatting. This was a 6x6, a bunch of these that are just pieces of paper. It was a 6x6 pad that I had sitting here and thought these would be good for journals. The girls are, I don't know what they're doing, racing. And so I cut them in half, got the adhesive off the top, cut them in half, rounded the corners on some, and then I inked the edges in brown or black. Just now they're in a, I would grab them and use them. When they were still in their 6x6 pad, no. Then, while I was talking also, oh, here's some more. I went through, I love that these are embossed. You know, the papers that come pre-embossed, that's fun. That was really trendy for a while. Then I inked the edges of these in a green because it was sitting here and I had a cat's eye and there's a little bit in there. And then these were various ephemera pieces that were waiting in the thing, and I just inked the edges. I don't always ink because I forget. I'm not against it. I'm not really for it. I think it adds something. And so if you ink while you're talking to your friends, that's great, right? So now I used ink, and I wouldn't have done any of this if it hadn't been for the challenge. So it is great to have these collaborations where your friends remind you to get stuff out and play. Oh, I wanted to show you these. Noni's son makes these with the 3D printer. I don't know if you can tell, this one is super iridescent, different colors. And then he has sets of colors too. I'll try to remember to link to his shop down below. He also makes ink pad storage things. Exactly the way Noni asked for them and ordered them up. And they're in small cubbies so you can expand as you go. And he prints those in white. I don't know, I mean, maybe other colors, but hers are white. So fun, huh? It's fun to have cute custom things. These are hers. I mean, obviously mine would be blue, right? But she has a whole bunch of them. Okay, be sure to check out the other people in this collaboration. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're new to Smash Our Stash, it's really inspirational. It doesn't encourage you to get new products. It just encourages you to dig things out and use them. And sometimes that is what we need. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back on the 12th with another Clear It Out video. And we are getting rid of those collections pretty well. I think we might run out of paper before we run out of calendar year. Be sure you're taking great care of yourself and taking time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.